If you spend enough time online, you hit a wave of hype so massive you either have to ride it or risk getting swept away. Internet development lurches forward in chaotic sprints, driven entirely by an attention economy that rewards whoever can make the most noise. Every 18 months, a new monetization scheme promises to fundamentally change how you work or earn. These cycles leave you constantly trying to distinguish actual innovation from an elaborate trap. Since 2015, the internet has spiked through 5 distinct eras: fake gurus, clout chasers, NFTs, the metaverse, and AI. At the peak, fear of missing out hits its limit. Immediately after, the bottom falls out, leaving late adopters to plummet back to zero. To avoid the next crash, you need a reliable framework to evaluate new tech, one that protects your capital without ignoring tools that actually work. The fake guru and clout-chasing eras established the blueprint for modern grifts. These individuals built massive followings strictly on the perception of wealth, rather than any verifiable skill or experience. The mechanism was simple. Influencers used rented luxury assets, penthouses, designer clothes, and private jets to manufacture authority and sell a lifestyle dream. Performative luxury, like this gold Lamborghini, served as the hook. It functioned as visual proof that the influencer held a secret to extreme financial success, convincing audiences that the dream was attainable for a price. That price was often thousands of dollars for high-ticket courses or exclusive mentoring programs. In reality, buyers received generic, easily Googleable information instead of actionable business frameworks. We can plot this trade-off on a utility matrix. For fake gurus, a high input cost yielded almost zero actual utility. Engaging with manufactured authority results in either a complete loss of capital or permanent reputational damage once the facade is exposed. By 2021, the sales pitch pivoted from selling empty advice to selling artificial digital scarcity. Promoters weaponized the term Web3 to generate massive hype around owning the original versions of digital files that anyone could view for free. This interface shows the high floor price for the Bored Ape Yacht Club at the height of the craze. This valuation was driven entirely by manufactured FOMO. Driven by that urgency, everyday users took on extreme debt, sometimes over $60,000 in high-interest loans, to invest in virtual tokens and digital eggs. These risks were legitimized by deep trust in massive celebrities. Influencers like Logan Paul promised lucrative returns through unreleased games, convincing their followers to dump millions into projects like CryptoZoo. Then the crash hit hard. Founders abandoned buggy projects, the market saturated, and the artificial value evaporated overnight. Updating our matrix reveals the extreme imbalance. Users provided massive financial input for assets that retained zero value. Participating in manufactured scarcity almost guarantees the destruction of your capital in exchange for worthless digital files. The metaverse era represented a top-down corporate attempt to forcibly migrate working and dating into virtual reality. Building this vision required a massive corporate input, with billions of dollars pumped into virtual worlds and marketing campaigns. Consumers were expected to provide their own heavy input, buying expensive VR headsets and investing real money into digital real estate. The cinematic promise of a limitless universe was met with the reality of platforms like Horizon Worlds, isolating, lagging, and visually inferior to games from the early 2000s. The final row of our matrix shows how hardware costs and digital land investments yielded low-utility, isolating experiences. Investing in manufactured utility waste resources on platforms that lack a fundamental reason to exist. Unlike the previous eras, artificial intelligence possesses immediate, tangible utility. This interface, accessed directly on a smartphone, shows how integrated the technology has already become in daily workflows. Early adopters are seeing massive increases in coding speed, document drafting, and general workflow efficiency. However, that power also acts as an amplifier for the same predatory scams we've seen before. The security risks are immediate. Deepfakes and voice cloning are weaponized against targets like Taylor Swift, making the internet more dangerous than ever. Evaluate every new trend through 4 metrics: verifiable expertise, tangible utility, realistic ROI, and potential security risks. Consumers require a zero-trust baseline. verifying urgent requests off-platform to avoid AI impersonation. Entrepreneurs must use AI for true utility. Faking authority causes reputational collapse. Long-term internet survival requires ignoring performative hype and strictly investing your time and capital only where the utility is immediate and the expertise is real.